Let's turn this thing on. See if we can hear anything. Gotta be on.
Are we on the right channel?
Well, if you need your motto, channel 3 is the channel.
Thank you, sir. That's exactly what I want to hear.
We're up early.
Yes, it is. Loud and clear.
We got a 6 a.m. and load time. Our appointment isn't until, to unload isn't until 10 a.m. tomorrow. I'm kind of hoping to do is to go get loaded, get chained down, and put the hammer down and get to Indianapolis. But I want to call and see if I can unload this evening. That'd be nice. If not, it is what it is. We'll just go. I don't know. I haven't, since I've been back driving, I really haven't hung out in a truck stop in a while. But we might go get a shower and do all that fun stuff. Maybe go around, tinker on the truck a little bit. I don't know yet. We shall see what happens today. Don't get your panties in a bunch. Well, this is the mighty load. We got our cross chain across the front. Got 5 chains total over top. These are 45 foot, so lengthwise we got her good, and weight-wise we're actually really good. Plus, you know, we got our 2 chains across the front and 2 chains across the rear. For those of you that are new to the channel and haven't ever seen me haul a load of beams, I cross chain the front and rear, or X chain them, however you want to call it. Do the front and rear both to more or less sandwich the load and hopefully prevent forward and rear movement of the load. As you can see, we got our boards double stacked. So that's kind of the theory behind it. Ideally, I don't want to test it. That's the last thing I want to do, is have to test, see if I got my load secured good. But we're loaded. We're going to make our phone calls and get ready to roll. Like I said, I cross chain the front and rear to kind of give it that sandwich effect. If you do the front, you put a lot of pressure pushing back. So in theory, I've done it for years, especially with beams and things like that. If you put pressure on the front pushing back, within, I want to say, I've checked them before, and within about 100 to 150 miles, your load's actually going to start walking back. Especially with these big arch trailers, just with the pressure on the front. But when I do both ends, typically I can go 600-700 miles and the cross chains never come loose. Matter of fact, the rest of my chains usually stay tighter too. So I don't know why. I don't understand the scientifics, but that's just how it is. So we're gonna make our phone calls, try to get my breath back, let the truck air back up. We're going to head towards Indianapolis. Wonder if we're coming out of our drought now, because fields and stuff are getting more and more water in them. And the old Mississippi, when I came across the bridge a minute ago, it's getting up to the lower tree lines along the bank there. So maybe the old river's going to come up a little bit. That'd definitely be nice. Well, I don't know if it'd be nice or not. I know there's a lot of truck traffic right now because the barges haven't been able to, go fully loaded down up and down the river. So they've been sending a lot of trucks to make up for it. So it probably hurt the truck traffic, but you know, I don't know. You know, it's kind of a two-way street there. You know, one guy's out of work at one point, and you know, another guy's out of work at another point. You know, it's kind of a give a little, take a little type thing. I don't know. I'm just gonna drive down the middle here. Boy, trying to clean up the highway, make our highways nicer. Ain't that something? I did learn something earlier, just a few minutes ago.
Man, this truck wash seems like it's taking a sweet time.
Illinois, down in the southern part of Illinois on 57, they do have a Dodge Challenger police car. I didn't notice if it had state badges or any of that, but it was sitting in the middle. I did see a badge on it. I just couldn't quite tell, you know, if it was marked for state or county, but that daggum Challenger, blacked out, it looked like a, you know, kind of dialed up a little bit, had a black hood on it, all white, you know, the car itself was white. Definitely not the guy you want to race, probably. That's all I'm going to say about that, but be on the lookout here in that area. Southern Illinois on 57. All white Challenger with a black hood. One thing that's nice about chains is you can usually look down your mirror and see, you know, your chains are still hanging on for life, you know, things come loose or whatever. Then you come across, you can look in your mirror and see a lazy one. This guy here, lazy. So I'm gonna crank her down real quick and get back on the road. The rest of them are pretty tight. This one here looks lazy, but just the way the chain twisted. I mean, it's got a slight touch of wiggle, but I can't get the go no tighter. So. Now we got our chain tightened down. It was loose. I guess it's time to hit back over on the road. Alright, we've had our adventure for the day. We actually stopped back at Effingham at the Chrome Shop. So I think it was last week I had to change out the right side hood marker light, turn signal light, because there would be times where like the front half of the light, the amber side, wouldn't come on while the red side would. But then it'd be intermittent. I mean, even in the opening of the video, you'll see it takes a minute. All the other lights are on, all of a sudden you see the light go on. That's something's going on inside the light. They got like a circuit board on the inside, and that's where it's malfunctioning at. So I fixed that, and then just the other day, the one on the driver's side started doing the same thing, except for on the red side. So last time when the right side was doing it, I bought another light to replace it, because it was getting, you know, more and more intermittent where it wasn't working most of the time. And what you know, when I bought the new light, it started working almost perfectly until it pretty well quit working again. And the driver's side wasn't working all day today. I get up there. It worked a little bit this morning when I first turned the lights on, but as soon as I started down the road, it went off. And so when I got to Chrome Shop, bought me another light, turned my lights on, leaving there, guess what? Worked perfect all the way across. We're going to go ahead and change it out. I think one of my tail lights on the tractor been really kind of doing the same thing. Actually, the plug itself has been popping off. So, and the other side's been kind of flickering on me a little bit, so I'm going to dig into that, try to get into all of them and get them all fixed. before it gets dark out. So naturally, I bought the light, and I bought a pigtail for the tail light. But I used to always have this wire loom stuff, and so far the cheapest place I've been able to find it is at the Iowa 80 Chrome Shops. I mean, it's not really big. It's about right for most of the stuff that I do. And I'm pretty sure I'm completely out of it at home. So I've decided I'd buy me a little bit more, and it'll help kind of clean up having all the exposed wires and stuff. But we got people sleeping around us, so I'm going to get out, fix the lights, try to be as quiet and respectful as possible to those around me, and hopefully get all my lights fixed. Alright, I knew this light needed fixed. I didn't know that this one was on its way out. It was flashing, but it didn't have a running light. This one was intermittent. I knew I had plug issues because I've kind of rigged it up before, but ended up the plug on this one, I'll show you. The sucker is all corroded up. Naturally, when I do that, ruins the light. Actually, this was the left side light, so you had to get another light. We got another one of these style plugs for both sides, because we had obviously this one here on at one point. I actually got one. I want to keep it for a spare, but we went ahead and got two of this style plug for both lights. They just kind of help seal off the weather from getting in there a little bit better. Not all the way, but just a little bit. And of course, we took some of this wire looming, put it on there, makes it look a little better, helps protect the wires a little bit better. Couldn't get the ground all the way in, but that's fine. The ground goes up here to this bolt. As always, heat shrink butt connectors. You know, you can argue soldering's better, that's fine, but being out here on the road, it's just a lot easier to use butt connectors. And we also changed out the hood light. Same thing. I mean, we've done that before. I think I can say I officially got all the lights working on the truck finally, and don't have to sit there and wiggle wires and stuff to make them work. So like I say, they worked during my pre-trip. Oh man. We're gonna get ready to go get a shower and see what kind of, I don't know if I'm gonna eat inside or not. I ain't quite made up my mind. This used to be a really good little restaurant here, even though it was an Iron Stomach. Buffet was, I've never been a big fan of the Iron Stomach buffets. Every once in a while they'd have something I'd like, but as far as the cooking goes, it used to be really good here. So we're gonna go in and get a shower. The shop guy told me they closed the restaurant at 8. A little early for a truck stop, and we're an hour early here anyway, so I gotta be over in Indy around before 10 o'clock. I told him I'd probably be over there about 8:30, and then we gotta go up to Elkhart, Indiana to pick up a reload. Coming back down, we gotta do some little magic with the tarps to make that work, but I think we'll be all right. So we're gonna go in, get a shower, and try to find something to eat. Of course, naturally, getting out of the truck, we hit the train horn. There you go. Bag rolled down just right and hit it. Dinner wasn't horrible. Went in there, I was talking with an older gentleman. He was actually from Blytheville. It was kind of chit-chatting. And the other old boy come in there and wanted to start talking politics. Kind of ruined the vibe. You know what I mean? Got a good conversation going on with a complete stranger. Then somebody comes in and just absolutely got to start bringing up politics. Dinner was $15 and some odd change, plus a $3 tip. Got water, so water was free. I got the buffalo chicken mac and cheese, I guess is what it is. Last time I got it from a TA, it was just a really small serving. This time they had a lot more mac and cheese. Chicken tenders are kind of shrimpy though, but yeah, okay. But filling. I had to eat the bread, but it was filling. Probably could have used some ice cream afterwards, but I don't even want to know what they charge for ice cream here anymore. Like I said, it's kind of nice. I was the only one sitting in the professional drivers area for a while till the first older gentleman come in there, and then shortly after another older gentleman come in and, like I said, wanted to start talking politics. I don't think either one of us that was already sitting in there was in the mood for politics, but so we are gonna have to get up in the morning, and we don't have to be in Indianapolis till 10 o'clock. I'll probably leave here about 7, a little after 7 maybe, and start that way. Don't want to be too early. I don't know, I'm kind of up on the fence here because I got a 10 o'clock unload time, but I have a 5 o'clock reload time, roughly about 2.5 hours away. So I got to kind of play it smooth because I can really burn my E-log up by starting my day too early and sitting around and waiting. So I'm going to have to kind of play it by feel in the morning and see how the old sensational senses come in. Do I got that spidey sense it's going to be a nice smooth day, or it's going to be a turd of a day? But we're going to get ready to hit the sack. We're an hour ahead of schedule right now. This whole Eastern time thing. We got all of our lights fixed. Nothing to sweat there. Should have probably crawled up under the truck, see if I can find my air leak, but that'd be another day. Y'all stay safe out there. God bless you, and don't cross the hot and ground wire.